Bulabinaka, my name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tavua. We love Today FM in Tavua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selena, I'm from Tavenga Vengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Bula, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM, in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, Employment Minister meets ATS workers. Fiji to have more fire stations next year. And campaign launched to assist Fijians in natural disasters.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Amrita Sagar.
Employment Minister Chone Usamate has advised the management of Air Terminal Services and its workers on strike to find a common ground. This comes after he met with the two parties at separate meetings in Nadi yesterday evening. Akusita Tale with more.
The Employment Minister met with the workers on strike before meeting with the management late yesterday afternoon. Speaking to FBC News, Usamate clarified that he did not step in to provide a resolution, however only did so to advise that the solution will only come from both parties.
They have to be willing to work together with some give and take on both sides to come to a resolution. If both parties are going to stick where they are, then it will be difficult to come to a resolution. So that was the main point of that. There were a lot of issues that were raised. Some of the issues that were raised from the worker side have already been dealt with in the mediated agreement.
ATS Acting Chief Executive Hari Mani says the workers have shown interest to return, and so does the management, who wants all the employees back at their workstations. However, he says the letter from the board to the strikers to return to work still stands. Mani adds that following the discussion with Usamate, they called for a meeting with the representatives of the workers. However, they were a no-show.
We waited for almost 3/4 of an hour, and when we saw them, they said they didn't want to meet us, but rather they'd like to stay on with the mediation talks. They would rather not spoil that, and mediation is sometime next week. We await the ministry to tell us what time, and we honored that.
Both parties will now wait for the mediation process that will be held by the Employment Ministry next week Wednesday. Usamate hopes the next meeting will ensure the two parties have come up with some options.
Where can we have some give and take so that both achieve their end, so that we want a win-win solution? Workers get a win, and also management wins, and Fiji wins, because the airport is very important for us. This is now peak season. There's a lot of travel that is coming in. The tourism industry is the mainstay of our economy. The workers too are very important.
The ATS has also confirmed that more people are expected to sign the letter to return to work tomorrow morning. Hari Mani says there has been no disruptions to domestic and international flights, and operations at the airport is running smoothly. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
Plans are in place to have more fire stations around the country next year and recruit more fire officers. NFA Chair John O'Connor says this is important so that fire emergencies can be attended to immediately by any station that's near to the scene without having to call distant ones. Kelly Vadala reports.
The NFA has 19 fire stations around the country with more than 400 workers, but they're looking to expand come 2018.
In the next few months, we'll be opening a new station in Sabsabi, one in Rakiraki, one in Nambuwal. We will be starting Nakasi and Lan fire stations. We have Nabua, Tandola, and Korisilu all in the pipeline. So as we build new stations, then we'll continue to look at recruiting more people too.
While announcing a pay rise for all NFA staff this week, Prime Minister Voreqe Bainimarama says firefighters' roles is more than just handling fire emergencies.
The roles and responsibilities of our firefighters and fire officers have evolved over the recent years, from purely firefighting to an all-encompassing emergency management service, which of course involves response to fire, road accident rescue, such as material response, flood and swift water rescue operations.
Meanwhile, NFA says firefighters will continue to be on duty and remain vigilant around the clock to ensure the public is safe from fire during this festive season.
That while we're busy and preparing for Christmas, be mindful of fire safety. A small spark can cause a big fire, so just urging everyone just to be careful. It's a long weekend.
The National Fire Authority says they will be on standby for early mitigation of any fire emergencies around the country. Fijians are also urged to take fire safety seriously during the festive season. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
Effective preparedness and quick response will lead to fewer injuries, no lives lost, less outbreak of diseases and less damage to properties during natural disasters. Minister for Health and Medical Services Rosie Akbar says government is committed to ensure that every Fijian knows how to protect themselves and others before, during and after a disaster. Kelly Vadala once again.
The revamped Get Ready Disasters Happen campaign was launched in Suva this week, aimed to assist Fijians understand how to survive natural disasters.
The campaign is based on 3 key disaster phases: prepare, stay safe and recover. The campaign for Prepare addresses the need for people to assemble their own emergency kits, to know the emergency centers and context, to prepare their homes and to know how they would stay informed and in touch when faced with any disaster.
The minister also highlighted that her recent visit to Koro Island, where most villages were affected by Tropical Cyclone Winston, are recovering well.
The strength and resilience shown by the people of Koro is admirable, and I believe typical of every Fijian in general. We are survivors. We don't give up, and we will not be weakened by any misfortune that comes our way.
NDMO Permanent Secretary Meleti Bainimarama says the campaign was redeveloped with the help of the Health Ministry, SPC and UNICEF.
This revamped mass media campaign is well researched. It is widespread, inclusive, practical and very ambitious, because it is one of the largest and most comprehensive media packages that have been put together in Fiji.
The Get Ready Disasters Happen campaign was initially rolled out in 2013, but with lessons from TC Winston, this campaign has been coupled with better communication guides and standardized messages. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
Police are still searching for Deshwar Dinesh Dant, who escaped from the custody of correction officers from the Nandi Magistrates Court last week Friday. Dutt's wife, who was taken in for questioning for her alleged involvement in her husband's escape, has been released as the investigation continues. Anyone with information is requested to call Crime Stoppers on 919 or the Southern Division on 990-5529, Western Division on 990-5457, Eastern Division on 990-5563 or the Northern Division on 990-5722. Still to come, meet Fijians working this Christmas Day. An international maritime organization to audit Fiji. Stay with us.
Moala rara ranalika, au tikongona tauna Singapore, andou talisaka na wakaronga ng Bull FM, number 2 na sere.
Ya dora subuli kurna bili. Iborani batsukara hambara binaranga. Do talitakinal na wakaronga ng Bull FM, number 2 na sere. Bula!
Bula FM, number 2 na sere.
Fiji will be audited by the International Maritime Organization next year. Maritime Safety Authority CEO John Tunindao says the audit will not only highlight legislation that needs to be improved, it will also give Fiji a global bill of health when it comes to this critical sector. Maggie Boyle reports.
As a newly elected member of the IMO Council, Fiji's audit scheduled for the second quarter of the year is expected to harness the global partnership.
Audit of Fiji under the IMSS, which is the member state audit, which will occur in May 2018. We're preparing for that audit.
Tuninda says the consultants for the audit will be decided on in the new year with consultation from both government and the IMO. As to how important this exercise is, Tuninda says it will highlight how progressive the country has been in improving its maritime regulations and environmental management.
To find out whether Fiji is actually implementing its obligation under the international instrument Fiji is a party to.
Among the issues that EMSAF hopes to address is the plastic pollution crisis and what other countries are doing about it. Maggie Boyle, FBC News.
Now, tomorrow will be the day of reunions, kalavatas, feasting and merrymaking with family, friends, neighbours and loved ones. However, for some, it will be a normal working day to ensure that the country is crime-free. Vegetables and crops are supplied to last-minute Lovo preparations, while for some, it will be just another day at the office for others. Our Successful Fijian tonight will feature Fijians who will be clocking in over this festive period.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
While many people will be enjoying the well-earned break of the year at home with good food and good company, there are others who have been working throughout this festive weekend, including Christmas Day. Firefighters will be on standby to respond to any emergency. Nurses and doctors will be rostered to treat patients. Newsrooms buzzing with the top stories for tomorrow, and even supermarket tellers working late to ensure last-minute shoppers buy items that are needed from their shopping list.
We have seen so many customers coming and taking advantage of those great specials. So it's only another day for us, and as long as we give another smile to our customers in Fiji.
It's about 3 hours to reach Christmas. Then we work a lot, we sacrifice a lot for community to live in safe and secure security.
Really happy to provide this service today to our customers, to our valued customers, and in terms of the prices.
I enjoyed working today for the benefit of my family and Fijian people as a whole.
Grand Pacific Hotel.
I really enjoy working today.
However, it's a different story for this mother of 3, as she will be selling vegetables and crops tomorrow to meet her children's demand for Christmas. Sarema Musu, who lives in Kalsa Road in Tadiro Suba, says the money she makes tomorrow will be used to put food on their table.
Putting food on the table is not that easy. I struggle a lot, not only for Christmas, but also for my children's stationeries. I'm really struggling, and I hope we will enjoy Christmas tomorrow.
So as you dig into that lovely spread of Lovo, barbecue, or even enjoying the sunshine on the beach for a Christmas picnic, spare a thought for all Fijians who will be away from their families, working to keep the country running. Sabira Tambua, FBC News.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
And as we celebrate the festive season, Fijians have sent best wishes to all of Fiji.
To be happy is everybody's greatest wish. And securing safety for everyone is what brings joy to the Fiji Police Force. So we hope and wish you all a very blessed and safe Christmas and New Year.
I'd like to wish all consumers a very happy and prosperous New Year and a healthy Christmas.
Wishing all of you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from the board and the team here at FCCC.
To all EMSAF stakeholders, a very Merry Christmas, a blessed Christmas to all, and a prosperous New Year 2018.
On behalf of the Parliament staff and I would like to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, a joyous time with your members of your family, and a prosperous New Year.
We're just a few hours away from Christmas. The church ministry has called on people to share during this season. The ministry took out time yesterday to organize a Christmas in the Park in Lautoka and also spread the message of sharing.
We want to spread a message, especially to those people in church, that there is task for you, and it says in the Bible that we must help those who are in need.
And Sports Fiji Sevens team reminded not to forget supporters. And Maris Volleyball Tournament organisers aiming for a big turnout. This and more coming up.
I'm Anare Sorbakroa of Nayabu Wenabuga Telebu. Whenever I want to tune in to listen to great music, I always tune in to my favorite radio station, Gold FM, only the classic.
My name is Lita. We love listening to Gold FM here at the Fiji Hideaway Resort and Spa. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
We here at Kano Waterfront Lautoka love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Fiji Airways national sevens team has been reminded to always cherish time with family, as its majority over where their support lies. This was coach Gareth Baber's message to the team as the boys headed off home to spend Christmas and New Year's with their loved ones. Eroni Tuinoku reports.
5 wins or 5 wins.
FRU Chief Executive John O'Connor believes that the national sevens team will need our support despite their previous unsuccessful performance.
In terms of performance sevens, it's good to ask Gareth Baber to how he feels the team is. So I'm not.
However, Coach Baber knows his young side is capable of winning once they're able to grasp each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Have some time off over the Christmas, spend with their families. It's hugely important, and obviously that they spend a lot of time away from home, and the people who put them there, their families, and you know, they're in large families in villages, that they spend some time with them to remind them exactly of the motivations for why they go and represent their countries. And I'm a big believer in that family ethos, and it's good to see that they'll have some time over Christmas, and then we come back in January, and it's all preparations for Sydney and New Zealand.
The FRU board thanked all supporters for their contribution this year, knowing it won't be possible to achieve anything without them.
We thank them for their support in 2017. We look forward to their continued support in 2018. And at the same time, I would like to wish each and every supporter a Merry Christmas and likewise a very happy and successful New Year.
Sydney Sevens is the next stopover for our national team, where they pooled with Cape Town Sevens champion New Zealand, Samoa and Russia. The tournament will be from the 26th to the 28th of next month. Eroni Tuinoku, FBC Sports.
The Buller FM Maris Volleyball Tournament hopes to offer a unique format of competition as they look forward to the tournament next month. The Maris Volleyball has one goal in mind: to develop the grassroots level in the country. Eroni Tuinoku once again.
It's a big whistle right now.
The tournament has been around long enough to understand the struggles faced by participants trying to be the best in local competitions.
We take into consideration the hardships that they face to fundraise for teams to come into our tournament. But when you come and watch the tournament itself, you see the teams that are in their different uniforms. They come in with their supporters. It means a lot to us.
It's a win-win situation for this tournament, as teams will enjoy the moment and organizers are able to identify Fiji's best talents.
And there are bonus prizes, starting from pool games. Every team that wins in the pool game gets $50 per game.
Major sponsor Mbula FM aims to help the organizers boost the sport in the country.
And we are hoping to continue with this sponsorship in the years to come. So for this year and for next year, we are looking forward to be part of this Marist volleyball tournament.
The tournament will be held at Suba's Vodafone Arena from the 26th to the 27th of next month. Eroni Tuinoku, FBC Sports.
The Fiji Airways Flying Fijians team has been inconsistent throughout the 2017 season. This year, the Fijians had surprised fans and other top teams with their performance from the starting of the season. Eroni Tuinoku reports. Fiji lawn bowlers are confident of a good outing during the Commonwealth Games because of its venue. Bowls Fiji Secretary Abdul Kalim says they have an advantage of winning because of the atmospheric condition they will face at the Gold Coast will be like playing in their home turf. The coaching staff are yet to name the team that will be representing Fiji to Australia come April.
It is something that we are aiming to do well in 2018. It's close to home, and our bowlers will have considerable experience playing in Australia. They should do well.
The Melbourne Victory football team will enjoy their Christmas celebration with their loved ones after edging Melbourne City 1 points to 0 last night, A-League round-robin match. It was a strong wind warning remains in force for the land areas of southwest Viti Levu, Kandavu and the southern Lau Group. Now taking a look at the temperatures in the west, weather cleared up in the west today with cloudy conditions experienced in the morning. However, it was sunny by the afternoon. Eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, similar conditions prevailed in these centres. Pacific Harbour was the coolest at 18 degrees. And up north, cloudy periods were around Lambasa and Savu-Savu, with Namawalu recording the lowest temperature again today at 23 degrees. At sea, a strong wind warning remains in force for all Fiji waters. Northwesterly winds 20 to 25 knots, gusting to 30 knots, rough to very rough seas and moderate southerly swells. Now for the tides, high tide tonight will be at 11:39 with low tide at 5:12 p.m. tomorrow. Sunrise will be at 6:32. As for the further outlook, west to northwest winds 20 to 25 knots, rough seas and moderate southeast swells are expected. Recapping the main stories, Employment Minister meets ATS workers. Fiji to have more fire stations next year, and campaign launched to assist Fijians in natural disasters. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. Top poll question. This week we're asking, should more neighbourhood watch zones be set up to counter criminal activities? Visit our FBC website to answer. You can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News, or you can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. And that was your FBC News for tonight. Before I leave, from my family to yours, a very Merry Christmas, stay blessed and stay safe.
My name is Litia and I'm from the beautiful island of Laos, and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Casey, I'm from Tavua. We love Today FM in Tavua. Today FM rocks.
My name is Selina, I'm from Tavenga Vengamba. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Hola, my name is Carlo. I love listening to the music in Today FM in Malak Island. Today FM rock.
Today's hit music on Today FM.